Huh?
Captain! Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed!
No significant change in pulse. And your face isn't too... You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier?
With you already calling me the villain...
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the...
Temporarily restricting the proxy's...
It means we've got your precious faith and locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
That's just... so...
That's terrible! What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy...
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy faith in the Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier...
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Faithin will have to stay put in...
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you...
And then the proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the... My apologies, Proxy.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps...
I never thought you'd show such with... Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly...
Once again, Proxy, you have my...
huh?
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you? When will you finally understand that as her sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
All right, you two, enough arguing. I'm just the pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you—
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Save your useless sympathy, first assistant. Luckily, not even the hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the defense—
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Bell can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue.
I saw some new data with my eye implants in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the defense force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know second assistant and your master. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Bell.
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Noble Squad, just like always.
The defense force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Bell. All units, be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. A cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there? Hey, look! Someone's falling out of the miasma! Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms? broad daylight?
Ethereal and monster just take them down! Reporting in! We've got casualties! We got another wave of hostiles closing in on the right!
And just as the Overseer said, even a miracle like a resurrection is nothing for the Creator!
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step.
Don't worry, my joy hasn't clouded much. The large-scale miasma activation experiment.
The Exaltists have already figured out that so far, only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some...
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have made...
Only the Major...
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus!
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the Hollows can shift. We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes...
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and I'm counting on all of you, too. Please...
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obel never fails a mission.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert. We can't risk the Exaltist core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key...
Based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation...
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question...
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you...
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly apt, but yes. Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolda's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolda, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
I understand. So please believe me, when I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only...
The Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there? Petty thugs, blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
Captain and I got this! Leave it to see!
I'll take point. Adjusting for wind.
Not over yet!
I'll pierce right through. Now we're...
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolda's orders, aside from Obel's...
Isolda may be the acting commander for this but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan.
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone.
Support the operation? We were just out there.
That's right. And we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we have to apologize.
That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new
Acting all high and mighty. I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog.
Watch it! The captain has given
It's okay, Luffy. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, and they've helped us.
Even among comrades? If you ask me, we should just take this guy away.
Hey, are you...
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist base been completely...
Several creatures took advantage of the chaos to escape.
Other orders? What could be more...
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once I get Obel, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus! Is it my turn to fight? The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions!
These second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Who would ever call this an ambush? We've already failed half of the mission's objective.
Hopefully we can still find some useful documents and materials.
I've been on standby for a long time.
Ether vision activated.
Oh?
After I get back... Yeah. Huh?
Elite targets have appeared!
Elite targets. Just the kind of fight Oval Squad's been waiting for.
The melody of combat. Awaiting orders. I'll take
Now's not fun!
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow.
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said. You're quite a...
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the Porcelumic safety inspection.
a reception banquet for a safe...
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Ah, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young...
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This young lady is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted...
I'm just doing my duty. Please.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro?
My troops and I have our reasons for being... You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know to mind your tongue, Cap, after all. Besides your sharp tongue...
Major General, shouldn't we be going?
You're right, Mr. Luke.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are... Sorry, Captain Magus. I was wrong.
I'll let it slide this time, Morphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research. One of Porcelumex's executives previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their... And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed...
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness. Commander Lorette...
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just goo.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the... Everyone, we keep pursuing the escape...
Yes, Captain Magus.
Huh?
Huh? Ah.
Everyone! The Exaltis, the threat that plagued Waifei Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and give it up for yourselves, soldier!
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander! Mate!
I hate to be that girl, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
That commander sure seems to be soaking up...
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow.
As far as I know, the key Exaltist leaders are still on the loose. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Ishu and Shifu, and the Exaltists suffered heavy losses, they're still...
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations lead...
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back...
Maybe the commander's like Proxy, and...
You might be right. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exalted.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. So even when we have doubts...
If you take action without orders, I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Senior would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up...
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you...
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other... Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements. Besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltis stock of Porcelume, the dust hasn't even settled. Yet they're already discarding what they no longer need. I have no place in Tops any longer. And the Defense Force won't seek justice.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new...
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunque Summit for help. Regardless of a stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as... But...
It's all right. Just when I was at my...
Hiya! I'm the savior he was talking about. It's funny, most company employees usually see me as a disaster.
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from Tops, affiliated...
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority.
That's all right. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulate. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system for the members at the round table. However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management, the business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the round table's mercy. But when those rules... This time, Porcelumix has clearly...
I think I get why the corporations might seem... Even so, having regulators like you is probably...
So, it's not hard for you to understand why...
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your
Better than letting someone like Luke Roach...
Although he isn't really a friend, he's determined to survive this brutal game. But he's...
Huh. You've got... I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again...
Soldier Orphe.
You two again?
You've got it all wrong, Orphe. I hadn't...
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphe more worried about weight?
Excuse me! First of all, Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have...
Oh! Then why doesn't Orphe protest when the cap...
I'm sure Orphe has her own reasons.
Anyway, if Orphe does...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Ah! Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphe.
Then, the proxy should also ship...
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips?
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Let me guess. It's something that you can...
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf... But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
I trust that you know the captain, Orphe. Come to think of it, you and Magus make a pretty unique team. A soul...
An intelligent construct. No, the captain is more than that. Can I trust you, Proxy?
Like I said, just like you trust Cap...
I'm just a gunner. A soldier, here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me, if Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses. At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Clone, it sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have left. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant. That legendary soldier's military code name was Magus. The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her. Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wants. All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say, but Captain Magus has never cared about that. Orphe, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life. I know the looks in my comrades' eyes often carry sympathy, or still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy. I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down. Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk. Our pasts are not what define us. As a proxy, you'll lead us to the right... I believe in you, Proxy.
theory? Have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in...
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete.
Oh, Belle, finally. The exact coordinates are now locked in.
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further Can you send a message to Ishuan Shifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Just say, Junior Belle needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Ishuan Shifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the defense force find out.
Poor Junior Belle is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force.
Aren't you over-exaggerating a bit?
This concerns the safety of Waifei Peninsula.
All we can do now is pray that Yunque's summit... Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltists might be stirring up in the Hollow. While Lorenz is back, there's no time to waste. I think I just had a dream.
My disciple. Fufu told me poor Junior Belle is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense, and that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior...
By the way, I'm here too.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu...
What do you mean by step in? Junior Belle just looks a little dazed, that's all.
Did Ishuan Shifu...
Seems you're finally catching up.
Your safety, of course, is our highest priority.
Come on, Junior Belle! What happened out there that made you call Ship...
That's right. All your...
Hunting as always. Certainly sounds like the Exalted.
If the defense force can't deal with those scoundrels, when do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Belle...
Hand over the proxy!
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. But please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no... And my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain, is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night.
Give me...
See, Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, you probably...
Even with all the Obsidian troops of Waifei Peninsula as support, you probably...
High Preceptor Ishuan, this unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation.
Under your protection, You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being restricted?
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secret.
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my...
Listen, you two. There's something more urgent to deal with than my safety. Proxy, are you okay?
Oh, so the proxy wasn't kidnapped by Jung.
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to define military... You mean you're absolutely certain that the Exaltus still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere?
I can't say I'm completely certain. But as guardians of New Eridu, shouldn't Yunque
Belle, I just received an alert from Fairy.
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rise warning. Ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is warning. At the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that...
What's that voice assistant rambling about this time?
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the Hollow might...
The Exaltists in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments based on the intelligence and mission results we've seen. The Exaltists control the current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow.
If your theory is true, then this...
Exactly. But if we can take out...
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical...
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms. So essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats are still...
Wow, Captain Magus, you act...
And let's move out. Opal Squad will personally eliminate...
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying...
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Faith.
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunque.
It's our duty as the defense force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior... Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then...
I understand. My disciples and I will remain...
In that case, the attack plan and the
Deploying all of Opal Squad would draw too much attention. Let's regroup and launch the operation for all members of the Opal Squad.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Tomorrow's probably going to be a long day.